Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called After Midnight. The woods outside Grey Hollow were never truly silent. Even on calm nights, there was always something moving, branches creaking, leaves whispering, the distant rush of water over stone. People said the forest breathed. Most laughed it off. Daniel Harker didn't. Not anymore. He lived alone in a small cabin at the edge of the woods, where the trees grew so close they blotted out the sky. Every night, just after midnight, Daniel sat awake in his chair, eyes fixed on the dark window, waiting. Because every night, she came back. Daniel had once loved Emily Harker. She was gentle in a way that made people lower their voices around her. She loved wildflowers, early mornings, and the woods Daniel hated. She said the forest felt alive, like it remembered things. "You can hear it if you listen," she told him once, smiling. Daniel didn't like listening. Their marriage rotted slowly. Quiet fights, long silences, words swallowed instead of spoken. Emily wanted to leave Grey Hollow. Daniel wanted to stay. The woods felt safer to him than people ever had. On a cold autumn evening, Daniel told Emily they were going for a walk. She hesitated but followed him down the narrow trail that twisted deep into the forest. Fog crept in as they walked, thick and low. "Daniel," she said softly, "we should head back." He didn't answer. When they reached the clearing by the old oak tree, the one struck by lightning years before, Daniel stopped. Emily turned to face him. That was where she died. No one ever found her body. Daniel told the police she'd gone hiking alone. That she loved the woods. That she must have gotten lost. They believed him. The forest kept his secret. The first night she returned, Daniel thought he was dreaming. He woke to the sound of footsteps outside the cabin, slow, deliberate, crunching leaves beneath bare feet. The air turned icy. His breath fogged the room. Then came the knock. 3 soft taps on the door. "Emily," he whispered, his voice breaking. Silence. When he opened the door, no one was there. Just damp earth and a faint impression in the dirt, like someone had stood there for a long time. Bare footprints. Leading into the woods. After that, she came every night. Always after midnight. Sometimes Daniel heard her outside, circling the cabin, brushing her fingers along the walls. Other nights, she stood at the edge of the trees, pale and motionless, her shape barely visible between the trunks. He never saw her face at first. Only her hair, dark and hanging forward. Her dress, the same one she'd worn the night she died, stained with dirt and leaves. The woods changed too. Branches scraped the cabin walls. The trees leaned closer. The trail leading away from the house vanished beneath overgrowth, as if the forest was sealing him in. Daniel stopped sleeping. He started hearing her inside. A whisper behind him when he turned his head. A breath against his ear when the room was empty. "Why did you leave me here?" she murmured one night. Daniel screamed. The people of Grey Hollow noticed him unraveling. He stopped coming into town. His eyes sank deep into his skull. His hands shook constantly. He told the bartender, Mason Cole, that Emily was alive. "She walks every night," Daniel whispered. "She's cold. She's angry." Mason laughed nervously. "Man, you need help." Daniel smiled, and Mason stepped back. Because Daniel's smile was full of terror. One night, Daniel finally saw her face. She stood inside the cabin, dripping wet, mud clinging to her feet. Her neck bent at an unnatural angle. Her eyes were open, cloudy and accusing. "Come back with me," Emily said. Daniel fell to his knees. "I didn't mean to," he sobbed. "I just wanted you to stop talking. To stop wanting to leave. Emily stepped closer. The room smelled like damp earth and rot. The woods heard you, she said calmly. And they remembered. She raised her hand. The cabin lights shattered. The next morning, Daniel Harker was gone. The cabin door stood open. The floor was covered in muddy footprints, 2 sets. One leading out. None leading back. Search parties found Daniel's body 3 days later, deep in the forest near the old oak tree. His face was frozen in terror, his mouth open as if screaming. There were handprints around his wrists. Small, pale, bare. The woods around Gray Hollow are quieter now. Too quiet. People still see a woman walking between the trees after midnight, her dress brushing the ground, her footsteps soft. And sometimes, they hear a man sobbing as he follows behind her, begging to go home. But the woods don't let people leave what they've given. And Emily Harker makes sure of that.